No, but what? Now you're getting kinky. I don't have a cowbell. I just have kibosses. Last night, I had a dream. I found myself in a desert called Cyberland. It was hot. My canteen had sprung a leak, and I was thirsty. These guys have no idea what I'm doing. What's the next part? What did I do? Oh, what was this? Gotta get out of here! It's like I needed time to the hood of a yellow rental truck, being packed in with fertilizer and fuel oil, pushed over a cliff by a suicidal Mickey Mouse. Theater nightmares. I just had one the other night. I just had one I think it was 2 nights ago. They called me to go into Wicked. Somebody needed me for one show. And I said, sure, I'm sure it'll come back to me. And I was late to the theater. My dresser and I were trying to scrub the green on. I couldn't get the things. And it was a nightmare. Like literally, someone could have been stabbing me in the heart. That's how scary it was. They are sassy down here. I did fall through a trap door. That was not a dream. Now I have to tell everybody that story now. At least you didn't fall through a trap door. Now, for some of you that have no idea what that woman is I did. I fell through a trap door with 2 minutes left in the show when I was supposed to be dying. I was supposed to be melting. And I was supposed to stand on this platform that is cued with the automation, the computers, to go down under the ground. And then, so I could melt and it could look cool like that. So every night for hundreds and hundreds of shows, I'd stand on the same thing. It's in the dark where the smoke's going, and it's behind the scrim, so it's like a shadow. And I stand on it, and then they'd cue it. But that night there was a substitute on the computer, and she cued it a step too early, So she was on to something with the broom, and she skipped, It says 2 minutes early, and thing is 5 feet under the ground already, so it's a 5-foot hole. So I fell through a hole in the dark. I remember because I had to go. I was at right, left, right, stand, mount. And this time I went right, left. I didn't fall all the way through. I fell because the hole is like a real square. And I broke the fall with my ribs. And so I hit it and I was holding on like a superhero. Like this, so I didn't fall all the way through. And then the stage manager came over and pulled me out this way. And I didn't know what happened because I couldn't breathe. And I thought maybe I punctured my lung or something. And so I was like, you have to stop the show. And the next thing you know, I'm laying on this gurney backstage. They stopped the show, and I'm laying in my green makeup crying. It's like dripping off me. In my black wig and this crazy dress. And all the cute crew guys that got me in and out of the flying machine every night that were like my best friends, I'd play poker with them in between shows. They knew that I did yoga all the time. So they were laying around me. It's like we were doing Lamaze class. And they were, breathe, Idina, come on, do your yoga, breathe, breathe. And I'm holding my hand. There's this weird, bittersweet thing of having all these hot guys around me. And all I remember is I said to Joby, my dresser, because the only way the green comes off is with a very specific Neutrogena brand, the squirt pump, the orange color kind. And I said, please just bring the Neutrogena. They took me to the hospital, and of course I made all the jokes about how I didn't look very good and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, everyone was in town because it was the second, we forgot to tell them this part, right? It was the second to last, it was supposed to be my last show the next day. My last show ever, yeah. So all my family and friends were in town, and meanwhile, I think that the whole audience, you know, is outside the hospital waiting to see how I'm doing. I find out later that they waited, and my understudy got into her makeup and thing, and they stayed and watched the entire 2 minutes of the rest of the show. I was horrified. What? They're not waiting for me? But, and then, I was making a long story longer, but then my husband came in, and for those of you who don't know, he's really cute. And you know, we weren't allowed more than 2 guests in the waiting room, and then he came in, and all of a sudden the nurse was wheeling me to the x-ray place, and she lost her shit. She didn't know what to do. She forgot my files. She left me in the middle of the hallway. I was allowed to, all of a sudden I was allowed to have 30 people in my hospital room. Whatever. So then at the end she said, okay, well, you know, I was all on morphine and totally drugged out, and she tells Tay, okay, here's the medicine, and this is going to be the healing process, and, you know, just, she can go home tonight, but she won't be able to do too much, and just, you know, get her clothes. And he said, what clothes? She came here in a witch's costume. And I had to put on those plastic surgeon pants, hike them up to my boobs, and then put on someone's sweatshirt with, like, still stained green on my face. And some paparazzi guy took a shot of me. I was high off my ass. I go on and on and on. Okay, we'll do it. This is called I Feel Everything. It's a song from my